Hi everyone, my name is Sarah, and welcome to this intermediate back bending yoga flow. Let's go ahead and begin by sitting cross-legged on your mat, and gently close your eyes. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose. And as you exhale through your mouth, allow any tension to release from your shoulders. Take another full breath in through your nose. Deep breath out through your mouth. Take one more full breath in. One more full breath out. Seal your lips and continue to breathe in and out through your nose. This is called your Ujjayi breath. Take a few moments to connect with your breath here, allowing any thoughts, any distractions to release from your mind. Start to bring your hands to touch at your heart center for Anjali Mudra. If you'd like to set an intention today for your practice, go ahead and do so now. Breathe in to seal in your intention. And exhale, breathe it out into the space around you. Start to flutter your eyes open. Take an inhale as you sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat and extend your left arm up and over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat and reach your right arm up and over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands come down to your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to your heart center. One more inhale. One more exhale. Place your hands down onto the mat behind you. Inhale as you lift your hips up, squeezing your glutes at the top. Lower your hips back down to the mat. Swing your legs around you and bring yourself into tabletop. Keep your wrists directly beneath your shoulders. Take an inhale as you sweep your right arm up. Exhale, slide your right arm underneath your left for thread the needle. You can extend your left arm out onto the mat here, or you can wrap it around you for a bind and find your upper inner right thigh. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more rounds of breath here. Release the bind if you have it and bring your left hand back down to the mat. Returning back to your tabletop. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and slide your left arm underneath your right. Thread the needle here. Extend the right arm out onto the mat or reach behind you for a half bind. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more breaths. Begin to place your right hand back down onto the mat and return back to your tabletop. Walk your hands forward and bring your chest down to the mat for puppy pose. You can open up your shoulders here by bending your elbows, bring your palms together, and bring your thumbs to your upper back. Begin to lower your hands back down to the mat and bring yourself up to your tabletop. We'll do 3 rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, drop your belly, head comes up for cow. Exhale, round your spine, bring your chin to chest, cat. Take another inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more inhale. One more exhale. Return yourself to a neutral spine. Step your right foot outside of your right wrist for lizard. Inhale as you reach your right arm up to the sky for a twist. Lower your right hand back down to the mat and bring your right knee back to tabletop. Step your left foot outside of your left wrist. Inhale as you sweep the left arm up to the sky for a twist. Return your left hand back down, return into tabletop, and lower your hips and chest down onto the mat. Place your hands by your rib cage, bending your elbows here, and take an inhale as you lift your chest off the mat for a low cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise up for a low cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, straighten your arms, lift your chest up for a full cobra. Curl your toes beneath you and lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Option to bend and straighten your legs here to stretch out your calves and hamstrings. Find some stillness here with your legs. Inhale as you shift your weight forward into a high plank. Make a straight line from your heels all the way to the tip of your head. We'll hold the plank for 3 breaths. One more inhale, one more exhale. Flip over the tops of your feet and lower your hips down for cobra or upward facing dog. Curl your toes beneath you, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale as you shift forward into your upward facing dog. Keep your thighs off the mat here. We'll do one more round like this. Returning back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward into your upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look between your hands, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, bring your hands onto your shins for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your hands down onto the mat. Inhale, slowly rise to standing, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise to standing, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back into plank. Inhale, shift forward, bend your elbows, lower halfway chaturanga. Flip your feet over for upward facing dog. Exhale, return back to downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, bring your knee to nose tiger curl. Step your right foot between your hands. And rise up into a high crescent lunge here, keeping your back heel lifted and reaching your arms overhead. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. One more exhale. Fly back your triceps, interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hinge at your hips and forward fold onto your inner thigh. You can widen the stance here for more stability. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath here. Start to lift your chest up, release your fingers, and return back to your high lunge. Spin your left heel down to the mat and reach your arms out to the front and back of you for Warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you tilt back, reverse your warrior. Straighten out your front leg, drop your right hand down to your shin. Reach your left arm up and over for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Bend into your right knee and reach the left arm up and over for your extended side angle. Option to stay here or reach the left arm around you for a half bind. If you'd like to take a full bind, reach the right arm underneath your right leg and connect the hands together. Open up your chest and gaze up towards the sky. Release the bind if you have it. Keep your legs the same as you tilt back and reverse your warrior. Spin your hands down to frame your foot, step back into plank, rinse through vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your left leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to nose tiger curl. Step your left foot between your hands. Rise up into a high lunge here. Bring your arms overhead and keep your back heel lifted. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Fly back your triceps and interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hinge at your hips and forward fold onto your inner thigh. Continue to breathe here. Start to lift your chest up and release your fingers, returning back to your high lunge. Spin your right heel down onto the mat and open up to Warrior Two. Inhale as you lean forward. Exhale as you tilt back, reverse your warrior. Straighten out your front leg and bring your left hand down onto your shin. Reach the right arm up towards the sky for Trikonasana. Take a bend into your left knee and extend the right arm up and over past your ear for extended side angle. Stay here or take a half bind or a full bind. Release the bind if you have it. Tilt back and reverse your warrior. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot and step back into plank. Rinse through vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Bring your knees down onto the mat and sit back onto your heels. Keep your toes curled beneath you and bring yourself up onto your knees. Place your hands onto your lower back. Push your hips forward and squeeze your glutes as you lean backwards. You can stay here or you can take a full camel by bringing your hands down onto your heels. Drop your head and squeeze your glutes together to protect your lower back. Breathe deeply here. Return your hands onto your lower back and bring your glutes down onto your heels. Take a moment to connect with your breath. Make your way down to lower your knees, chest, chin down onto the mat. Interlace your fingers behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale as you lift your chest off the mat. Gaze down the tip of your nose. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Take another inhale, lift your chest up. See if you can lift yourself a little higher this time. Exhale, lower down. Release your fingers. Bend your knees and reach back and grab the outside edges of your feet. Take an inhale as you lift your chest up, bringing your knees off the mat. kicking your feet back into your hands for bow pose. Lower back down onto the mat. Bend your knees and take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Inhale, kick your feet back into your hands and lift your chest off the mat for bow pose. See if you can lift yourself a little higher this time. Exhale, lower down onto the mat. Stack your hands on top of each other and rest your forehead down. Connect with your breath here. Place your hands by your rib cage. Straighten out your arms and lift your chest up for cobra. Curl your toes beneath you and bring your hips down onto the mat, lowering yourself down onto your back. Bend your knees and place your feet by your glutes. Inhale as you lift your chest up for bridge pose. Rotate your shoulder blades beneath you and interlace your fingers here. Keep your glutes squeezed here and keep your chin tucked into your chest. Release your fingers and bring your hips down onto the mat. Bend your elbows and place your hands down by your ears. Lift your hips up and squeeze your glutes as you straighten out your arms for wheel pose. Option to lift your heels off the mat if you'd like to go further. Slowly start to lower your heels, head, and hips down onto the mat. Bring your knees into your chest and slowly rock side to side, massaging your spine. Bring both knees over to the right side, placing the right hand onto your left knee, and reach the left arm out to the side, gazing over your left fingertips. Bring your knees back into your chest. Then bring both knees over to the left side. Place your left hand onto your right knee and extend the right arm out to the right side. Bring both knees back into your chest. Hug your knees together and bring your nose to your knees here, squeezing yourself into a tight little ball. Take a deep breath in and hold that breath as you squeeze everything together, scrunching up your face, scrunching up your entire body. Exhale, release everything down to the mat for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Turn your toes out to the sides and allow your palms to face up by your sides. Relax your face, relax your jaw, and gently close your eyes. Start to bring gentle awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then take an inhale as you reach both arms overhead for a full body stretch. Then bring both knees over to the right side and curl into a fetal position. Whenever you're ready, make your way to a seat on your mat, with your eyes still closed. Bring your hands together at your heart center for Anjali Mudra. Take this time to give gratitude to your mind, body, and your breath for showing up today for your practice. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. See you in the next video.